Hey everybody, welcome in, it's Nova here. We're going to be talking about Miss Iris today, the final boss of Roboquest. We're going to be discussing her attacks in the battle with her on the moon, as well as some things that you can do to help mitigate it and make the fight easier. So first off, we're here in Stage 1. She has a lot of elemental-based abilities in both Stage 1 and 2. In this stage, you've got the cryo bombs that she likes to throw out. She is able to hack you in this stage, which, for those of you unaware, hacking reverses your movement inputs, so be very careful when you are hacked from any source. She also has those purple shock lasers that we just saw. She also has floor fire. The cryo bombs, shock lasers, and floor fire have the ability to afflict you with the respective status effect. So if you have anything that reduces the effects of those effects on you, such as the Elementalist's Rock Solid skill, in addition to several of the little upgrade modules, I'll put some of those on screen, including but not limited to these things, that can make the fight a lot easier. She also has an overcharge ability, which is the bar that was filling up in yellow in the upper middle of the screen. When that bar fills completely, she unleashes a slew of attacks all at once, and of course that can make it incredibly difficult. This can mean a very, very quick death for the player if you are not careful. She also has these straight laser attacks that you guys have seen as well. They've got holes either in the top, bottom, sides, those sorts of things, so you'll have to run around and dodge those accordingly. She's also got a slow fire missile attack, but that's pretty easy to dodge, and the missiles are pretty easy to shoot down. And of course, friends, what good boss fight would be complete without a Stage 2? This is Stage 2 of Iris. She's got a whole other set of skills here. The player is completely healed after the explosion from the first battle, and now she has some new stuff, so let's look into that. She's already tried to use her first attack, which is to charge directly at me and try to claw me. You kind of just have to run and stay away from her. And now she has these varied height and angled lasers. One of them's really close to the ground and the other two are angled a little bit. This can be very tricky to dodge. If you have the jetpack gadget though, that can make this easier. And now we can also see that she has these double lasers that she shoots out very, very quickly. You really just have to run from these. The cryo beams that we're seeing now, you don't really need to move all that much. If you stand just off to the left of the eye when you're looking straight at her, you'll be just fine. You can dodge her pretty easily and keep shooting at her because she is stationary during that. And now we can also see the elemental missiles. They're hard to see because I'm running around them trying to dodge, but they do have fire, cryo, and shock properties, as does that ground slam as well that she just did. That does also have the ability to stun you, so when you see her gearing up to do that with the claws, like they're kind of triangle shaped and she's about to go into the ground, you'll want to jump and get into the air, otherwise you will get stunned and take a significant chunk of damage. I absolutely love the battle with Iris. I think it was very, very well designed. And there's another thing that I'd like to touch on that might make this battle easier, and that is the crystals that you can collect throughout the game. By going through a lot of the corrupted zones, one of them is a tealish color. This one suppresses the Hackfly's reinforcements on the moon. The Hackflies are primarily in the two arenas that stand between you at the beginning of the moon and the battle with Iris, of course afflicting the hacked effect on you. So if you have the teal crystal enabled, that suppresses them and makes it so they don't show up. The yellow crystal reduces Iris's health. It looks like by about 25% from when I've tested it. This is only on Stage 1 though, it does not affect Stage 2. But, of course, it is still better than nothing to have a health reduction. There's also the red crystal that deactivates the lasers in the arenas of the moon and also near the lunar cache in between the two arena areas. That definitely makes navigation of that area much, much safer. The green crystal opens the lunar cache, which is between the two arenas, like I mentioned. There is a heal bot inside, which is pretty cool. You can get some of your health back before the second battle. The purple one reduces the number of elite enemies that are on the moon, which of course is going to make getting to Iris a lot easier, because you won't have to deal with as many super strong enemies. And then finally, the blue one, the more darker bluish one, slows that overcharge speed. This is what I was talking about earlier with that yellow bar in the upper middle of the screen during the first phase with Iris. It will charge slower. By what percentage, I am uncertain, but nonetheless, that will greatly help you. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other questions about the battle with Iris, or you have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Catch you next time!